you for everyone being here and for Kat taking time out of her day to be here. We're excited about the 2017 season. We've got a lot of new faces, including members of my staff, and so I'm excited to introduce them first. Kayla Bixel has been promoted from Director of Operations to an Assistant Coach. She's a good friend, and I've known her for a long time, and so I'm excited to have her on staff now. She's working with the outfielders, and Matthew Wilhite, who I've known for an even longer time, who played here when I played as well, and so we go way back, so we're glad to have him back working with the infielders and the hitters. So both of those, I'm excited to see what they're going to bring this year to our team. As far as the players on the team, we've got a lot of new faces. We have 10 new players, 8 freshmen, and 2 junior transfers. I'll start off with the freshmen first to kind of give everyone an idea of what it's going to look like once we get out there. The 2 that I'm going to start off with first went to the same high school, Darian Gray and Morgan McElroy. Darian Gray has done a good job at third base for us in the fall. And continues to progress as an athlete. We call her Pudge, so that's what sometimes we refer to her as. And Morgan McElroy is a very intelligent player that will see time at second base, and has done also a nice job of progressing at the plate. It's been a pleasant surprise, and in the field is a constant threat to make a heads-up play. As we move on, Taylor Childers, who's also from the state of Kentucky, is a left-handed slapper. She's one of our 3 slappers, one of our 3 left-handed hitters on the team who will provide some speed, and that's something that we focused on, trying to find some more aggressive base running speed this season, something that we've been talking about, and she'll see time in the outfield. Moving on to the state of Indiana, we've got 2 freshmen from there, Tommy Sowers and Paige Carter. Tommy is a catcher who also has a presence at the plate. Paige Carter was brought here for her bat, played on one of the most prestigious summer ball teams in the nation with the Beverly Bandits, so her experience from that will carry over into this season, so I'm excited to see what she'll do. Another freshman from Minnesota is Katie Johnson. Katie is a versatile player who will see time at first, see time in outfield, and she has a presence at the plate. She came to camp, and what I remember most is she hit home runs, and so that was nice to see. And lastly, from the state of Iowa, we have 2 pitchers, both right-handed, both different types of players. Kelsey Ike is my hardest thrower I've ever had on staff, and she's actually the smallest pitcher on staff. So that's kind of the unique thing about her. But I'm excited to see what she's going to do and how she's going to continue to develop. Right now, you're going to see her out of the bullpen, coming into relief. Kind of like baseball as a closer, because she throws so hard. Haley Towers is used to winning. She's won 2 state championships. She's a super athlete. She can basically play a lot of positions on the field, but most of her time will be spent pitching. I'm excited to see how she continues to grow as well. The juniors coming in are Kara Brewer from Columbia State Community College. She came in with over a 500 batting average and is a left-handed stick. She's our only natural lefty, and so that's a good thing for us from the left side. And she's a really likable player, and you know, I mean, that's one important quality with coaching girls is how well you get along with each other. And so she's done a great job from the fall, transferring from JUCO to Division I. Last but not least is Brittany Vaughn. A lot of you guys from around here know who that is. She transferred in from Memphis. She plays the game like a guy, and that's one unique thing about her. She's hard-nosed. She's fun to coach. She's battled some injuries along the way, and so it's kind of set her back in her career a little bit, but she's going to be a shortstop. So I think you'll take notice of her throughout the season, not only in the field but also at the plate. And so we're excited to have her as well. Those are the 10 new faces that are here on the Hill, and we have 6 returners coming back. I'll talk about Kat. Obviously, Kat is one of those that's been here a long time, long as I have. But the 3 sophomores are Kelsey McGuffin, Becca Englehart, and a redshirt. She's a sophomore academically, but redshirt freshman is Cassidy Blackford. McGuffin saw every game last year in center field. She's one of the best outfielders in the league. She has a strong arm. She's throwing the ball over 72 miles an hour, and so that's nice for us to be able to throw people out from outfield. And she's a fun kid to coach. Becca Englehart's one of the most versatile players on our team. She's fast. She'll be from the left side. She started off her career on the right, so she's been working extremely hard at trying to get slapping down, and her efforts are greatly appreciated. But she can play infield, outfield, still bags. She's just an overall athlete. Cassidy Blackford is another pitcher. Before I move on, she will be in relief. Last year she's overcoming an arm injury and worked really hard, kept a great attitude, and she'll also pinch run for us as well. Moving on to the lone junior, that's the returner, is Jordan Malk. She is a presence at the plate. She hit over 300 last year. She's our top returning hitter, and we are looking forward to seeing her swing the bat. She's a 6-foot kid, so she has a great presence at the plate. Our two seniors are Taylor Proctor and Kat Downey. Proctor played last year for 1 year for me. She transferred in and developed and works hard behind the plate, and she's just a player that's so gritty that will get hit by the ball to get to first base, and I think that's greatly appreciated from a coaching point of view. She'll block anything that's thrown to her, especially catching someone like Kat or Cassidy who throws the ball down. That's very important. And she's worked hard on her arm strength, and so I can appreciate that. Last but not least is Kat Downey. She has been here for 4 years. This is my 4th season here, so she's my first 4-year player, actually in my whole entire career. And so I guess she wanted a statue, but I don't think we're going to give her a statue. You know, Kat has developed over the years from her freshman season all the way to her senior season. Kind of watching her grow up has been fun. You know, we've had many talks throughout her career, but watching her go from being a team player from her freshman year all the way to last year throwing the majority of our innings has been fun to see her confidence go from here all the way up to the top. You know, I think Kat is a special person, obviously because she played for me for 4 years, but a special person because of who she is as a person, what she brings to the table off the field, holding the team accountable, and on the field. So we have a good relationship, and you know, she was on that 2015 championship team and played an important role on that team, so she knows what it takes to win, and I would like nothing more to send her out in style this season for all the time. And another thing, we won't talk too much about it, but is her knee. She's had 2 knee surgeries, and so she's kind of had to adapt to a different role, and that's been a struggle at times, but I think she's handled that well through many talks, and you know, I'm excited to see what she's going to bring this year to the table. And that's kind of the gist of who the team is, but I think you're going to see a young team. We're not very experienced, but we're hungry. I'd say everything that's been asked of this team, they've done. The fall went smooth sailing. And that was great, and that's a lot to our upperclassmen leadership. While there's only 6 of them, they've done a great job of doing that. And this group is a fun group to coach. They're good kids, and I just want them to perform on the field. And academically, I'll touch on that real quick. We were superb in the classroom. So not only are these guys getting it done on the field, they're doing it in the classroom, and then also in their volunteer hours with Big Red Readers. They do whatever's asked of them, and that's all I can ask as a coach.
Questions for Coach or Kat?
Coach, this may be a tough comparison, but do you see any similarities between Miranda Kramer and Kat?
Yeah, I mean, definitely different personalities, different pitches that they will throw. But as far as being a competitor, absolutely. You know, I would say Crames was a fierce competitor when the lights went on. And I would say the same thing about Kat. I think it took a little more pushing to get Kat to that point. But once now she's there, I think she wants the ball just like Kramer did every single game. And Kramer had one fantastic pitch, and Kat has one fantastic pitch to go along with her other pitches, and that's what Kramer did. You have to have one pitch that you can really rely on, and she has that. I mean, she's proven that. Last season against Mississippi State, she went 5 innings and no-hit them.
Yeah, how do you see your role on this team as one of the only seniors?
Well, I definitely think, like Coach T said, it's a little bit different than last year. Last year I kind of did it all, pitched, hit, and played first base. And so I think the most important role I can play is bringing my experience. That's invaluable. And we're going to have freshmen that grow up really quick. And so being that constant, consistent leader, I think is really important, as well as bringing my game in the circle.
What will it be like playing with Brittany, having her back?
Oh, it's unreal. I mean, I've played with Brittany for forever, basically, and I joke that she's the GOAT, the greatest of all time. I know I'm biased, but she is really one of the best players I've ever played with, and she just brings a presence that almost nobody I've ever played with brings. I mean, she's automatically she's your go-to player. 9 times out of 10, she's the best player on the field. And so I'm really excited. We have a great bond, great friendship, but athletically I'm excited to see her perform as well.
You mentioned the freshman right there. What do you tell them?
Oh, you just tell them. I think your freshman year and your sophomore year, my freshman and sophomore year, I played on a team that was senior heavy. So I think just telling them, like, this opportunity to get playing time as a freshman, I mean, not everybody gets that. So stay hungry, just like Coach T said, like, we may not be experienced, but those kids are ready to get out there and play.
Coach, having Brittany on the roster, how did the opportunity come to bring her into the program, and now that you have her, what kind of role do you see her playing?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't know who Brittany Vaughn was. I'll be honest. I didn't have a clue who she was, and got a phone call and was like, who is this kid? And, I kind of did some research and, found out a little bit more about her. And, looking at her stats in Memphis and seeing who she was, obviously Kat Downey knew who she was. And, I think Kat views things from she's kind of like a player coach, not just one-sided tunnel vision type of player, and she's always kind of been like that. And so I know if she says, hey, this kid can play, and she put her in great company with Franklin and Kramer, and I said, okay, because I would say Kat's a straight shooter. And I think that's important to know, but I'm excited to have her. She's fun to coach. She's got some of the quickest hands I've ever seen at shortstop. I mean, she's been plagued by injuries as well, so we're trying to keep her healthy. But, man, she's going to bring a presence to the field, absolutely.
Kat, I've got one for you. I know you've played for a long time, but when you get this close to your opening game of the season, it doesn't matter what it is it more curiosity or anxiety, or just a case of let's get this ball rolling?
It's like Christmas Eve. I mean, you're just so excited to play, and especially when it's your last one. You don't like to think about it being your last one, but I mean, you can't help it. And I think it's just I'm not anxious. I'm just ready, like you said, to get the ball rolling. And I can tell you one thing: there's not going to be anybody that's more prepared than we are. I mean, we've put in more hours this preseason than maybe in all my 4 years, and our coaches have done a great job of making sure we're prepared. So, I mean, it's our job Friday to get out there and show what they've worked for as well as what we've worked for.
Amy, for a similar question, but from a coaching vantage point, when you get this close to opening the season, just the same thing, is it curiosity, is it stress, is it anxiety, or excitement, or all the above?
Well, I'd definitely say there's stress. I'd be lying if I didn't say that. Every year is stressful. You don't know what you're going to get. You put this all together and you're like, I think this kid's got it, and then they do and they don't. And so you kind of like, it's a process. I talk to the kids a lot about going through the process. You can't just get it now. It can't happen after one weekend. You're the greatest team or you're the worst team. I would say we have definitely put in the time, and my assistants have done a great job of, there's high demands. I would say I'm a very demanding person. And even with my players, it's the same way. And so I think everyone's just responded in such a great way. It's kind of like faith. Either you got it or you don't. And I believe in this group. And I believe in this group because of everything they stand for. Do I want them to be better at every position? Absolutely. But the getting along, the camaraderie around the team is definitely at an all-time high. And I've had teams that don't get along that win and teams that do. But it's fun to coach. I mean, it really has been fun to coach. And again, like going back to my assistants, it's fun to coach with your friends, and it's fun to coach with players that have bought in every single year. And this is very unique for me. But just because, you move on to schools and you have coaching turnover. That's just what happens. So Kat's my first one, and so I think I'll be really sad. Not only from a player, obviously you replace players like physically, but not personally. And so I think it's going to be hard. I think senior day will be hard for me.
Can you talk a little about Coach Will Hyde and what it's like having him in the program?
Oh, he's awesome. I mean, we are so blessed to have both of our assistants. But Coach Will Height coached against me in high school, obviously, and Franklin maybe gave me some headaches from time to time. But he's a great guy. I mean, I told him today, I think that if there are more coaches like him, I mean, he's what makes me believe they're still good in the world. He's an awesome person, first and foremost, and then he brings so much to the table. I mean, he played in as close as you can get to the pros, and so bringing his knowledge and his wisdom, and on top of that being a great person, we're so lucky to have him.
Anything else?
Thank you.
Thank you, Brent.
Yeah.